Mining in Limpopo yields important quantities of coal, copper, diamonds, gold, iron ore, nickel, platinum group metals, rare earth minerals, and tin to South Africa's mineral industry. In the last 2 weeks, several companies in the mining and energy sector have pledged to invest billions of rand in Limpopo. The pledges came during the last day of the two-day mining conference in Polokwane. A total of more than 20 companies made pledges to invest more than 34 billion rand in the province. They include African Rainbow Minerals, Ivan Plants Mine, Jika Energy, and Limpopo Central Hospital, among others. Mineral Resources and Energy Minister Gwede Mantashe has said that he hopes that the pledges will be converted to real investment. Limpopo government officials have tipped mining as the major platform to boost the local economy. And so from Johannesburg, South Africa, Pilane Pakade, Communication Advisor of mining company Power PNP, joins me to discuss this latest development. You're welcome, Pilane.
Definitely. Thank you very much for having us.
All right, so let's get into it. Now, there is a lot of attention and pledges coming towards Limpopo. What are the general mining prospects in South Africa and particularly in Limpopo?
Look, I think South Africa is rich with minerals. I'll zoom into Limpopo in particular. So the platinum group metal, you've already mentioned them, your ore, your chrome, coal, diamond, you name them. There's so much minerals. So really the prospects you are engaging on there are, they're there. Right? There's a lot of prospects for mining, and they are at a plethora, should I add. So I've seen, mining giants continuing to invest in the area. So I can only imagine that they've engaged in intensified, and thorough assessment of their business models and how they would survive. So the prospects are there, and hence the companies such as PNP continue to operate in the area, and we continue to ensure that we look to find alternative ways that we're going to continue to invest. We've seen with the investment conference how many companies are having confidence in Limpopo, and we also believe that we're on the right track.
So in terms of turnover, how does Limpopo compare with other mining provinces? Is it a richer province for mining prospects?
Look, we have the Northern Cape, the diamond-dominated province. We have the Northwest. It boasts mostly the platinum group metals. We have Mpumalanga, which is coal-intensified, Gauteng with gold, and of course Limpopo, which is your priority right now. And at this stage, all the provinces boast significant turnover, but there in Limpopo, there are at least 82 mines operating in that particular province, and they are listed on the Africa Mining IQ. So, and that in a nutshell, just from the mining companies that are operating currently, you have about 2,000 mining projects. And that will talk about your beneficiation little there, which is very much minimal, but the operations themselves, they are in their thousands. Just next to each and every single mine, there's another operation that is in sync. So yes, the talks of your prospect of mining, they continue to be very much at the plethora here in Limpopo.
Now, pledges for mining investment totaled about between 32 and 34 billion rand. Now, while these are still just pledges, how do you expect the money can or will be invested across the province?
Look, I think what is important now to look is that I'm just going to shift a little bit directly from a question and now talking about other companies there. If the area boasts so many minerals, Power's PNP has taken a conscious decision to base majority of its work in Limpopo. So we really do see a lot of potential with the number of mines operating in the area, and some have applied for extension of their mining licenses. So if companies through their internal projections see light at the end of the tunnel, then we see light through them as well. So while Limpopo, you ask, so the total worldwide reserves of platinum group metals, I can tell you, they're estimated to be some 70,000 metric tons, almost all of it. Some 90% of it is located in South Africa, mainly in Limpopo and Northwest. So South Africa is also the global leader in the chrome production and the second largest producer of ferrochrome behind China. So the country holds more than 70% of the world's chrome. So we have to give them, that particular credit, in particular Limpopo, where this particular chrome is coming from, with reserves of about 72% of, those particular global chromite resources. But well, the only countries such as China are benefiting from those minerals. We don't even beneficiate because they are mined, and while they're still billowing dust, they're shipped to China for beneficiation. So investments that could bring those beneficiation processes here in Limpopo, they are very much possible, and hence Limpopo remains the choice of past PNP as investments and others, of course, that they have pledged there at the investment conference.
So in as much as you are optimistic about the prospects of what obtains in the mining industry in South Africa and of course in Limpopo, we cannot overrule the fact that there could be some challenges. So what are those risks that you think are there in Limpopo as regards mining?
Look, we have to be honest that the mining affected communities need to be assisted in understanding the development which may come in the area through the mines in themselves. So through that, you would avoid protest, because the risks that we've seen a lot is the issue around stopping production because of protest. And the protest issue here comes because there'll be misunderstanding between communities and as well as the mining houses. So when there is thorough work that is done with stakeholder relations, I'm sure that particular issue could be able to be, moved away accordingly. So the biggest risk there, as far as I could add, is the issues around instability of communities at some points, and as well as the risk of here in South Africa, it's an open secret. We have issue of load shedding on a daily basis, and the price of energy security is just out of the roof. So sometimes mining, it is, the mining companies are unable to break even because of the high cost of energy that they need to use in order for them to mine. So those are some of the risks I think the companies here are looking for, and of course looking for alternatives. Your green energy, and as well as to using the policies that government has allowed them to create their own energy in order for them to operate.
Well, definitely, if those risks can be tackled and those challenges can be surmounted, there will be definitely some sort of reprieve and, of course, gains in that mining sector. But I want to say thank you so much, Pelani, for joining us on the discussion.